Hey, this is Luke here with Foxscapes. We just finished up this landscape design and installation down here in Mason, Michigan with a full drainage plan, boulder walls, rock beds, and plantings. And we're just going to take you guys for a quick walkthrough. So as you can see from the before video, they did have boulder walls, just 1-2 stack, and that was it with mulch beds. So we took those boulders down, reused them, and restacked them and kind of reformed the walls to make it flow a little bit better in the landscape. We got 1, 2, 3 walls with the boulder edge. We used over 20 tons of boulders to complete this wall. It looks great. Again, boulders are packed really tight. You really can't fit your fist in any of the gaps. And as you can see on the front of the house, we'll get to that in a second, but they have a fascia on the front of their house made of Michigan boulder as well. So it really just matches the house. So I'm standing down here on this concrete patio right outside the client's walkout basement. They got these 2 slider doors right here. And when we had the April rains, the heavy rain in April, there was actually 6 inches of standing water up against their doors right here. And how water didn't get in the basement, I don't know how. Those are must be really good sliding doors, but they did have a major water issue. The sump pump underneath the deck was working against itself and draining downhill. A lot of water was in this wet spot here, and through there you can see where we seeded, and we have the straw from all the drains that we laid. So it's actually a pretty big dry well right here with 6-inch pipe connected all the way out to the low spot on the property, as well as the downspouts that are associated with the area tied in to the low spot. So water was a major issue here. So that was the first thing we had to do, was take care of the water to protect their investment. So there's that boulder fascia I was talking about right there on the front of the house. A lot of the landscape is designed off of that. Michigan boulder is really popular. Those walls I just showed you, as well as the landscape material, we used 1-inch Michigan crushed stone, which this stuff is just cobblestone, otherwise known as Michigan boulder, run through a stone crusher. You can see that there. So it all ties together, blends in well, matches the house very nice. We have that large boulder right there as an accent in the landscape. It was just one of the bigger boulders from the pile, and we thought it'd be a good spot to go ahead and place that there in the landscape. For plantings, when I came here, there were some plants. We removed most of them, just this crabapple tree right behind me. That was the only thing pre-existing that we worked around. Other than that, we brought in these Chardonnay Pearls Dutza. These things are beautiful, have a nice white flower on them in the springtime, and then they have a gold color throughout the year. The leaves will fall off in the wintertime, and they'll just be a stick plant. In the back here, we got Mount Airy Fothergilla, another really pretty plant. It's got beautiful, vibrant red fall color, kind of mimics that of a burning bush. And then we got the Weigela right in front of them, and the catmint in front of that. So if you can kind of picture like the heights, the varying heights, like this Weigela is not going to get much more than 2 foot, where this Fothergilla is going to grow 3 foot. So we try to stagger the heights in the landscape. This catmint up front, really popular. We use it in a lot of our designs. Otherwise, we'll use like an allium or a May-night salvia to get that purple perennial color. But this stuff is so vibrant and so hardy, we love to use it all the time. The only other plant here in the front landscape is this oak leaf hydrangea, and we had some more down there when I was talking on the concrete pad. This stuff is going to come and bloom later on in the summertime, July through the rest of the season. So as the catmint's going to be all year round, Fothergilla's got spring interest, Weigela and Dutza have spring interest. This is going to have your mid to late summer, and your catmint holds it down all year round. So we got a good seasonal interest in this landscape. So there you have it, this landscape design and installation project we just finished down here in Mason, Michigan, with boulder walls, drainage, the most important part, rock beds, and seasonal interest plantings up in the front landscape. Hope you enjoyed. Love taking you guys for a walkthrough.